time to circle back to a major long-term theme that we haven't spent much time talking about lately. It's natural gas, specifically domestic natural gas, the export business. We have a vast quantity of nat gas in this country, so much that it's come down in price pretty darn hard, particularly in recent weeks. It's been so warm, even as oil's done a little rebound. The thing is, natural gas is much more expensive overseas, especially in Europe and East Asia. But you can't just load the stuff onto a boat and ship it overseas. You need a lot of expensive, high-tech equipment to turn it into a liquid that's easy to transport. And while many companies are now building liquefied natural gas export terminals, it can take many years for them to come to fruition. Which brings us to Tellurian, simple T-E-L-L. That's the company created by Charif Souki, the former CEO of Cheniere Energy, who pioneered the LNG export business, made a ton of money. You know, I think he's a seer. Early last year, Tellurian came public by acquiring Magellan Petroleum, exploration production company, natural gas assets in Australia and Britain. However, Tellurian's real business is building low-cost liquefied natural gas export terminals along the Gulf Coast. Their first project is known as Driftwood LNG. It's a major facility in Louisiana. It's designed to process 26 million metric tons of the stuff per year, although it won't actually be operational until 2022. In the meantime, Tellurian's been snapping up other liquefied natural gas assets, both here and abroad. Really, though, this stock trades based on the extensive experience of the company's management team. I can tell you they understand this business better than anyone in the world. So let's check in with Charif Souki, the co-founder and chairman of Tellurian, to get a better sense of where his company is going and about the whole industry in general. Mr. Souki, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, Charif. Have a seat.
Nice to see you.
All right, Charif, you're doing it again. It was a remarkable thing. We've gone over what happened at Cheniere. No longer interests me. I'm interested in Tellurian and its new business model because it's quite different from the other one that you pioneered.
Yes, I think world change.
Right.
And it's been 10 years since we started the old business model at Cheniere. So two things have happened that are dramatically different. The first one is that the U.S. is now unquestionably a provider of low-cost natural gas on a global basis. The second one is that the business has grown so much, LNG, that it's now a true commodity. There is 18 cargoes for sale every day. There is 1 TCF of gas floating around different ships around the world, and you no longer have to enter into a long-term contract.
Which is what Cheniere had.
Yes. And now you can pick up the phone and say, I need some gas on Tuesday, and you'll get it.
Now, the thing that concerns me is the huge number of companies that want to be in this industry. Why does Tellurian, which is not a large company, and this new structure that you have with Driftwood, why can you compete against these big companies?
Two reasons. The first one is that we're very good at building the liquefaction itself. We've proven it.
Which you did. You did it in record time, pretty much in budget.
And we did it probably 30–40% cheaper than anybody else. Right. And that combination of hiring the best people and bringing Bechtel and GE in early and working with them as opposed to against them, and coming up with a product that we're all proud of at the end of the day. But we brought in our trains on average at $500 to $550 a ton at Cheniere, Sabine Pass. And we now have our fourth train that is arriving this week. I will still take credit for that.
Right, I think you deserve it.
And nobody else was able to do it anywhere close to what we did.
Okay, so if I go down to where the project is there anybody working right now?
No, it's still a piece of land that we've put together, but we're doing all the work.
We're a conceptual company, right? We're just this concept.
Yes. At the moment, yes. But we've put in countless hours of engineering time, both ourselves and Bechtel. We've been working on this for 2 years. We spent $200 million to put the designs together. We're about to finalize the cost with, we finalized the cost. We're about to finalize the contract with Bechtel, as we did last time.
Okay, so you came on this show when Cheniere was at $8, and people pretty much didn't believe. It was a concept then. You can do it again?
Okay, so the challenge this time that we've thrown last week is we've told the world that we can build a fully integrated project from production, pipelines, and liquefaction facility for $1,500 a ton.
Right.
And deliver the gas on the water to our customer at $3 an MMBTU.
And you own assets that would produce it at what, about $1?
Produce it at somewhere around $1.50 to $1.75.
That's not a bad return, right?
Yes. But you deliver it to the plant at $2.25, have the operating cost of the terminal at about 75 cents, so we'd be on the water at $3. So you'd be delivered to Asia at a little bit less than $5.
That's a nice return.
That's a very nice return.
Okay, one last question. You've been so good. You said oil was going to go down, and it wasn't going to come back anytime soon. Still the case?
I am fairly comfortable between $50 and $60.
All right.
But I'm starting to have a little bit of a bias because the risk around the world is increasing, and I don't think the U.S. will be able to keep up. I don't know the timing yet.
Okay.
But I think I'm starting to get a little bit nervous, and we might see prices start to go up.
Well, that would be change for you. Okay, well, you've
Yes.
been very, very good, very accurate at everything. And I have to wish you the best of luck here because you built Cheniere, and you didn't get enough credit for it, but you made our viewers a lot of money, and that's what matters to me. That's Charif Souki. He's the chairman and co-founder of Tellurian Investments from the Earth. That's Latin, T-E-L-L, a visionary who made us a ton of money in LNG. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.